Welcome to East Coast Elk Reviews. Today, we're doing another brewery review. Today, we're doing Samuel Adams Brewery, also known as Boston Beer Company. All right, so trying some stuff out. As you guys can see, I decided to upgrade my StreamYard. So it looks a little bit nicer. I got Samuel Adams in the background. Definitely looks a little bit better. But yeah, we'll jump right into it. I'll let Bumpy show us what he's got for the show today.
All right. So for the Sam Adams thing, as you can already see from the neck label, I'm bringing their Alpine Lager. It's a brisk and smooth lager. I like this one. I enjoy it. A lot of people actually, I think, uh,
Cheers,
look
sir.
for this they just want to get this Alpine Lager, and a lot of times they won't even put it out in you know a 12 pack or whatever. Uh, So they'll end up buying the mix pack that they put out that has the Boston Lager and maybe a few other ones in there that may not be some folks' favorites, but they got to push them just so they can get the Alpine Lager. It's a nice lager. Luckily, I was able to get a 6 pack of it, and they also have it in the 12 pack now by itself. So you can buy the nice Alpine Lager. On the back of this, it does say it's a hazy and golden. This unfiltered lager is a breath of fresh air. The crisp maltiness and lively citrus notes transport you to a brisk, sunny days out in the mountains. Uh, it is a kind of citrus forward, more hoppy lager, which I like. So it's almost like an IPL in some respect. Not quite there, but hoppier than a lot of lagers. This might be closer to like a Czech style pilsner with the hoppiness in it. Um, it's best enjoyed before July, so it is pretty fresh and 5.5% ABV. Go ahead and crack it so you can take a look at what it looks like in the Sam Adams Perfect Pint. Now this thing's been used quite often, so it is aged. It has some battle scars with washing, but it's
I'm gonna grab my
still
really quick
serves.
for a second, Bumpy. Sorry. I'm just gonna grab my phone really quick. Chatio said to check my Facebook, so hold on one sec. Sorry.
Okay, but yeah, I'll just pour it and just talk about the looks of it, and then get into everything else later on. But it does pour the nice tight white bubbled head on top there. Uh, It is unfiltered, like it says, so it does have this haze to it. You can still see shadowy objects through, and it is a nice golden kind of slight orange coloration. Very good effervescence, good carbonation there flowing up throughout. Even in the perfect pint. Like I said, this thing's kind of old, so it does have some etchings now created on the sides of the glass that normally weren't there. In the perfect pint, there is an etched circle in the bottom that's supposed to collect the carbonation bubbles, sending up a stream through the center. But this is just all over the place because this thing is used. So, cheers.
Here it is. Cheers.
Nice
Hey, Chatio.
multi citrus aromas on the nose. So we'll leave it at that. We'll let you get through the other.
Cool. Awesome, Bumpy. Yeah, sorry about that. He might, of course, the one time I leave my phone in the other room.
You're all good, buddy. You're all good. Yeah, I was live and I didn't remember what time you went live, and then I happened to look at YouTube. I was like, "Well, that's perfect." I was ready to end my show discussing. What did we discuss? The Beatles versus Queen. So yeah,
There you go.
heck
Yeah,
yeah.
I'll pull you up and you can present what you got for the show today.
Cool.
Cheers,
All
Bumpy.
right.
Thanks for coming on the show. Man.
Well, it might be March, but I'm looking at my current temperature, and we are in a cold snap right now. So I figured to grab the 6-pack of cold snap. So I have a couple in front of me ready to go. Ooh, a little smokage. Pour it. Yeah, I ended up dropping one of my favorite glasses last night in the sink, and it didn't survive. And I can't buy a new one, so that sucks. But you can see it, nice golden in color. It's very can't really. Oh, this I can't wait to get a new camera. But the effervescence in there pretty hyperactive. It's coming up like an upside down snow globe, as Thrash likes to call it. About a quarter of a finger, white head. You want me to go through aromas,
Uh,
or are we gonna wait?
well, I mean, if you want to do like a little, just like a little bit of aroma,
Okay.
but we'll go back to you for a review. After
All right, yeah. Definitely zesties, orange peel for sure. So, bam.
Cool. Awesome, man.
Come on, guys, grab your Sam Adams. Come up.
I know that's cool. I noticed that. There you go.
Oh. Yeah.
Cheers, man.
Cheers, bud.
All right, so the one that I had today. So I was a little upset when I first saw this I saw a 4-pack and I was like, it's like I know I haven't had that one. And I looked at the date and they're like January, and I know they go by Best Buy on the dates. I was like, oh, that sucks. I wanted to try it. But this one is good. This one is July 2022. It says Best Buy July 2022, so still fresh. This is their Samuel Adams Wicked Double, Hazy Juicy Double New England IPA style, 8.3% alcohol by volume, 30 IBUs. This is a 19.2, the stovepipe cans. It says an amped up double IPA, chock full of juicy, bold, and aromatic fruit notes, boasting a wicked yet soft, crinkle body and smooth finish. We doubled down on this New England style IPA. If you want to check them out, we'll actually pull up their website after this. We'll after everybody talks about their beer. You can check them out at samueladams.com. It says they're an independent craft brewer, brewed by the Boston Beer Company. So I know Samuel Adams is a little confusing. So usually it's Samuel Adams, but the actual umbrella name is Boston Beer Company. Correct?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Oh,
So
I just realized, my mic's like super far away from me too. So if you guys couldn't hear me very well,
all right.
Yeah. Boston Beer Company is the big
umbrella.
name.
Yeah,
the umbrella of it. I've actually never had any Boston Beer Company beers.
Oh,
Amazingly.
really?
Yep.
Wait, so you've never had Sam Adams?
I've never. They actually put out beers under the Boston Beer Company.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I've never had any Boston Beer Company beers. I've had Sam Adams, of course.
All right, I get what you're putting down. Words of Alex. I think Alex says that, right? I get what you're putting down.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, appreciate you, Bodie. All right, hold on. Let me crack this. And oh god, that was my fingernail. And crack this. I also have a Sammy Adams Perfect Pour Glass. This is my it's Boston Red Sox one. It says "Cheers to you." Then I also have another one. This one isn't washed. I'm going to be using this one, of course, but this one's pretty cool too. So me and Bumpy, we actually have. I think there's 3 different ones. There's this one. There might even be more than that, honestly. There's this one with the shield, and there's the one that Bumpy has. But yeah, let's pour this up and check out the appearance. I don't know, Sam Adams. It's not looking like not really looking like a New England to me, but I mean, it's got some nice haze to it. Definitely not super hazy. It's actually really clear for a New England IPA. Lots of bubbles in there. Yeah, I think Bumpy was talking about that thing on the bottom. I think it's doing its magic, but it's more of like a clear, like golden straw color. Definitely a decent head. Produced about like 3 fingers, sudsy white head. It's got more of like it's kind of got like a Westy aroma. I don't know yet. It's got a lot of citrus, I will say. But yeah, we'll pull back up Bumpy. Bumpy can do his review, and yeah, go for it, man. Cheers.
All right. So I also have some dinner going on the side. So little cracked chicken. So
You still chewing? I would have talked for a little.
Chewing. I got to tell you, yeah. It's got like I don't know, cream cheese or something in it, and then other spices and stuff. And there's definitely black pepper in it because I just I got a big old mouthful of black pepper. Cheers to the wife's cooking. All right, some aromas on this. It's still keeping that nice head there, still hanging around. It's still hazy or unfiltered haze. Yeah, the aromas on it aren't too strong. It does have a slight citrus note. There's a little bit of like a kind of crackery malt base. I'm sure they're using Pilsen malt, which usually gives off a kind of light cracker, almost like a saltine without all the salt added to it. A little bit of a floralness as well. So citrus floral. Not sure of what hops they're using, but I mean, an Alpine, I don't know. There's like Alpine cheeses and stuff out there too. You get like the Alpine cheddars and stuff. I think that that's supposed to mean that it's like kind of like a farmhouse type thing. It's what I'm thinking, or it's well aged. I don't know. I believe that they're probably using some typical noble hops in this, which would definitely include the citrus and that kind of floral aspect to the aromatics. And noble hops are generally used in a lot of fine lagers and pilsners, including hams. And you get those Saz and those Northern Brewer or whatever the hell else is out there. Northern Brewer is actually an American one, so it wouldn't be that, but it's Saz, Hallertau, Mittelfru hop type stuff like that. But yeah, the aromatics on this are not all that great. I remember having this one with other Sam Adams when I bought it. Like I said, this usually comes out in the 12-pack mix, and it seemed to be brighter, I'll say, when I've had it before. Right now, it's just not giving off a ton of aroma, but it does still have the sense of what I've mentioned. Moving on, first swig. Cheers.
Cheers, Bobby.
Yeah, a bit of that kind of crackery malt aspect. There does seem to be a little bit of a fruitiness to it as well. So mild sweetness from the fruitiness. I would say a little bit floral, maybe a touch of like a zesty citrus. Maybe a little bit towards lemon versus orange on the citrus. But it's not big and bolsterous. These are just like very faint, slight notes. So it's kind of like leave it up to your imagination. What do you think you're tasting out of it? And that's what I think I'm tasting out of it. It's not like, if you eat an apple, you get the apple flavor and you're eating an apple. The flavor notes are not like you're eating anything. It's kind of like
they're not really prominent. They're not
you eat something, but you're like, oh, this reminds me of something, but it's not quite.
Saying the flavor isn't very distinctive. They're
not very distinctive. Yeah, it's not like right out there like this is what you're tasting, but it's kind of like got these. There's a subtleness to it where it's like this is what it reminds me of, more or less. So when I'm saying it's like got this lemon zestiness to it, it's not like, hey, I just zested a lemon and there you go. It's not like, boom, powerful. So very, very light on the flavor notes. The cracker-esque note, like I said, I think it's just like a Pilsner or Pilsen malt used in this, which usually tends to be just kind of crackery versus super bready. This does not does not do the breadiness. It does not do the doughiness. So this is more than likely not like some kind of decoction mash or anything like that. And it's almost time for me to restart in 6 minutes. Not now. my, my computer wants to restart on me. It's time to update something. But yeah, it still has that refreshing quality to it. It's a lighter body without being super watered down. A good spritzy medium carbonation. Slight drying. It's not overly drying, but a very slight drying effect to the palate. That's a technique that Pilsner Urquell uses, but they're a bit more drying than this beer is. They say, "Oh, if your palate's dry, you're going to want to go back and drink, and continue to drink." So it's like something that they strive for to make you want to indulge in more drinking, get the product down quicker, and drink more. It's money. It's all about money. But yeah, it is still refreshing. I do have to say that out of the Alpine lagers I've had, now this did come out of a 6-pack. Like I said earlier, a lot of times it's really hard to find these in like a 12-pack or anything. I think the 6-packs you can find them more often, but they're not rampant out there usually. But this 12-pack and 6-pack were both available. Usually people wait for this one in the 12-pack mix, and they get pissed off because they have to order or purchase more than what they'd want. Like I don't mind the Boston Lager. I think that's a classic style. Either I think it's an amber lager or a
the Boston Ale is
whatever else they call it, Vienna lager.
The Boston Ale is pretty good too. It's
the Boston Ale. Yep, that was another one. That was pretty good. But yeah, I don't know. This one beer right now, it's not reminding me of the Alpine lagers I've had in the past for some reason, and I don't know what that is. I did just have one. It may have been at the very end. It may have been like December, so it may have been at the end of like 2021. I did pick up a multi-pack of Sam Adams. It was like their game day pack, which had the Alpine lager in it, and that one did seem more crisp, more citrus forward. It had brighter flavors to it than this bottle that I'm drinking right now. It just doesn't seem as bright, and I don't know the reason. It's within its freshness state by quite a few months. And for lagers that you can typically find a lager on the shelf, they'll leave it there for 365 days out of the year. So they're usually like, oh, it'll be good for a year. But yeah, this one's not drinking fresh, I guess, is kind of what I'm getting at, but it should be fresh still. So I just don't know what the deal is with what this is. I typically like the Alpine lager a bit more than what I like in this one, but I'll give my score based off of what's in front of me. So
yeah,
unfortunately,
I hear you. It's sad to say, because like when I first started getting into like beer and craft beer and stuff, I really liked Sam Adams, but now once you start trying other stuff, it's like sometimes their beers are just like really subpar in the style. They're never really like mind blowing. I think the only thing, like you said though, the Boston Lager is very good, and I mean the sales on it are probably amazing. That's definitely that's their flagship. But like this other one, this Wicked Double, I'm so glad I didn't buy that 4-pack because just from the aroma and the appearance, I can kind of tell it's not what I was expecting. You know what I mean? I'm sure it's still going to be decent beer, but it's not what I was expecting as far as like a New England IPA goes.
Yeah.
Just
well, as we get into like the brewery aspect of it too, I'll have some words about that because
Awesome, Bumpy.
we'll wait until then. But yeah, this is
Sounds
just
good,
based off of the beer that I have here
Yeah.
right now. So we won't get into the whole brewery thing yet, but it's coming. I got some words.
All right. Cheers, man.
Cheers.
I'll pull up Chatio and Chatio talk about his beer now.
We don't want to talk about you, Catio.
She's such a pain. Yeah, as I said earlier, it's kind of golden in color, a little bit strong. It's almost similar in color to Bumpy's. I mean, yeah, the golden color. I've taken a couple sips already. It has a little bit more carbonation in it than I would want for this kind of a beer, if that makes sense. They kind of went crazy with the carbonation on this. When I poured it, I was like, holy crap, it's kind of slowed down quite a bit in there. But yeah, it's just the carbonation isn't what I was hoping. And going back into the nose again, I am getting orange zest. Maybe coriander? I can't tell. Just some spices in there. I'm not sure what, but I mean, I don't even think I said the ABV of this. It is 5.3%, and it's Best by May. That's all it says, Best by May. So I don't know how long this beer has been sitting at my local liquor store, but Sam Adams really doesn't move very fast there. Gotta give it a taste.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Okay. I'll have to logo this one. Like, I don't really want to show my former employer. Yeah, there's an orange zestiness to it. Getting the spices, but I mean, the flavor's just muted.
Yeah.
That's just, and I'm high. Got another friend on my lap. Do you know I'm talking right
Cheers,
now? Cheers, Bailey. And now I have the third. Oh, God, it's a cat pile. But yeah, fairly disappointed. Fun fact: $9.99 for a 6-pack of this. I could get Sweetwater Hazy IPA $9.99.
Yeah.
This should not be $10 for a 6-pack.
They
This
went
should
up.
be maybe $8.
They
$7.
definitely went up because I remember they used to be like $8 around there. They definitely went up because I saw that today. I looked at a 6-pack and I was like,
Yeah, $9.99.
since when was Sam Adams $10 for a 6-pack? I don't remember that being that pricey.
Now, I think they just went up because it used to be $8.99, literally probably with like a month ago.
Wow.
So
Blame
yeah,
it on
so
Russia.
it's. I think we're all probably gonna have the same kind of reaction to our Sam Adams. It's subpar, but I'll have last thoughts on it next time around.
All right. Cheers, man. Cool.
Cheers, Bailey.
Cheers. Are they arguing with you again?
No, he just took over
Oh,
my
yeah.
lap.
I saw you had to mute yourself. The one on the right was arguing with you.
Oh, she always talks shit, right? Yeah, you talk a lot of shit, don't you? Right?
Yeah.
There it is. There it is. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I'll mute up again.
All right. So this one, first off, first impressions. Lacing looks decent. Lacing looks nice. So we'll give it that. It doesn't. It looks like kind of looks like a Westie. It's got a little bit of a haze to it. It's more like golden orange than what I'm used to. And I guess, would you consider Sam Adams mass produced? Kind of, right? They're like up there.
I would consider, even though they're still independent. Yeah, they're a massive produced.
Yeah.
brewery.
They've literally changed the structure of what it is to be considered a craft brewery for Sam Adams.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Because it used to be you had to have like less than so many barrels or whatever put out.
Yeah.
Basically your volume of purchases and stuff put out.
Yeah, and up front, I will say, before I even jump into the review, Best Buys on IPAs, let's do canned ons. I don't know about you guys, but me personally, I like to see canned-ons rather than Best Buys. But yeah, I'm gonna jump into it. So on the aroma, I'm getting like it's like mango, tangerine, like honey, breadiness, a little bit of like a earthy floral. For some reason, I'm kind of getting like a little bit of like a spicy hop. So I will say I have the website they do use just to clarify. They have Cascade, Ella, Mandarina, Bavaria, Mosaic, and Holotel Blanc. So I'm getting a little bit of like, I don't know if maybe you get that with one of those hops, but there's like a little bit of like a spiciness on the with the hops, earthy floral. So maybe it's papaya because I know we were speaking about that the other day. Sometimes when you get that earthy, I don't know. Now I'm just picking up papaya and everything apparently. But yeah, it's not like they say juicy, but it's not really like juice bomb. Like you get pineapple and like peach. Usually pineapple peach is usually what you get with the really juicy ones. Sometimes you even get like melon. I'm not really getting any of that. But enough rambling about the aroma. I'm gonna dive in and taste this. So cheers, guys.
Cheers.
I'll give it. The palate does taste better than the aroma. Than the aroma smells. It's got a little bit of like a. Why is it like that? It's got like a little bit of like a spicy hop finish. It kind of burns. It's kind of got a little bit of a burn to it too, and it's 8.3. I mean, this is a New England IPA. I shouldn't be getting a kind of like an alcohol burn going down. It's got a little bit of an alcohol burn. I think that's like I'm getting like hints of like caramel or honey or something. Citrus and like grapefruit. I definitely say maybe like mandarins or tangerine. Up front, it's mango. I don't know. It's not tasting like a New England to me. For some reason, it's there's a lot of things that are kind of off about it. The carbonation is definitely higher than normal. I like carbonation though, so I don't mind some heavy carbonation. Body's good, mouth feels good. Just the flavor. It's not hitting out the park for me. It's got like very West Coast flavor on the palate. And it's not really like jumping out like, oh, this is a juicy double New England IPA. Like, I don't want to say it, but like, of course, they're way more craft than these guys. But like, I guess I'm comparing it to like a Proclamation or a Modest Man, and it's like it's nowhere near that. If you're diving into this thinking it's going to taste anything like that, you're going to be completely disappointed. But I mean, they're from Boston, so they should have a good concept of.
They're actually from Cincinnati,
Oh,
Ohio.
No, I'm just kidding. Well, yeah, I mean, you still think it's supposed to be a New England-based brewery. Like, that's the whole theme behind it. This is a New England-based brewery. You think that their New Englands would hit it out of the park. It's got burn, dude. I don't know why. Why does it have so much burn? It's like alcohol burn, too. It's not even like green hot burn. It's like alcohol burn. It's like I'm getting like malt liquor booze. Like I just drank a Steel Reserve burn. Not impressed with this one. I'm not going to give it the best of a rating. It's just it's like out of its range and style. It kind of burns. There's some things going for it. Like I said, the carbonation is good. The mouth feels good. I like the lacing on it. The lacing, as far as the appearance, is probably the only thing it's really got going for it. I mean, it looks like a decent looking beer. I'm not going to lie. It looks like a good beer, but it doesn't necessarily look like a double New England, in my opinion. And I'm sure you guys can agree. You know, like the other Modest Man you had me try the other day. What one was that again, Bumpy? Do you remember? The first Modest Man I tried.
Your beer's more of a Hefeweizen in color.
Center of attention, mega.
Oh, okay. What did you say, Chatio?
I said it almost looks like a Hefeweizen because there is a little kind of like mine's a little fogginess, but that is not a freaking New England. I'm
No,
sorry, that's
it
like a
can't.
Hefeweizen.
Did they bottle the wrong thing? That's why it was literally like at least 3 cases. So the cooler, there's literally like at least 3 cases of 4 packs. I looked at the front, and then the front one was like January 2022. So that's Best Buy. It says you read, and then I went to the back of the cooler because it's actually a self
Yeah.
serve where you can walk in. And I was like, oh, maybe just the one in the couple in the front are out of date. I looked at the back, January 2022. So literally nobody has bought those. And
Jeez, I can see why.
yeah, why? Yeah, seriously. But all right, so I'll bring it right back around, and Bumpy can have his final thoughts. I will say this isn't getting a good rating for me, and I'm going to be honest. And usually I'm pretty easygoing when it comes to ratings. I kind of sometimes I rate things a little too high. I'm a little too what's the word?
Generous.
Yes, there you go. A little too
Yeah,
generous.
I've gotten that way with my reviews too, and I'm trying to
That's a
adjust.
little too generous, but I think this one needs the hammer.
Perfect time to
So we're
adjust.
gonna go back to Bumpy. Good thing I only got a single can. The single can was $3, so I mean $3 isn't too bad. It's not. I don't think it's bad enough to be a drain pour. It's just totally out of its style, and just very disappointed with this beer.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'll jump back to Bumpy, and Bumpy can have his final thoughts and ratings, and then after that we'll go back to full panel. We'll pull up the website. We'll talk about the website a little bit. Then we'll rate the website, and at the end we'll do shout outs and stuff.
Heck yeah.
All right. So pull them up back up.
All right. So I'm going to go off memory, but off my memory of the Alpine Lager, which I've always kind of looked forward to coming out in the spring time frame. I've always liked this one. I actually always liked this one more than the standard Boston Lager, even though that's kind of like a go-to gimme. It's an all right, Vienna style lager. So off memory, what I normally probably would place the Alpine Lager at would probably be like a 91, 92, right around there out of 100. But like I said, I'm going to base this off what I'm drinking now. What I'm drinking now is I've had more enjoyability drinking a Pabst Blue Ribbon than I have this Alpine Lager tonight. A lot of things are just kind of muted in it. Like I said, there's like a subtleness of a floral or a slight citrus, crackery malt. It does have the crispness, but that's based off of the way that it dries the palate slightly, and also with the carbonation. It doesn't have a crispness based off of citrus notes or anything like that that might add to just seeming more refreshing. So crispness, but not quite as refreshing, I guess. So when you start saying that an American adjunct lager might be more enjoyable than what you're drinking, there's a problem. At least in my book, because American adjunct lagers they're their own style for one, but they're usually so light in flavor that yeah, I don't know. I just can't enjoy more than maybe having one or two of those. And at this point, I'd probably rather be drinking a Pabst Blue Ribbon, based off of price and everything else.
Yeah.
Versus what I paid for this Alpine Lager, which was that. I do believe I paid $10.49 actually for the 6-pack. I'm going to land this Alpine Lager at, I'll give it an 85 out of 100. And like I said, the way that I remember it, the way that I remember it being more citrus forward, more like kind of, I don't know, just it had a crisper, more flavorful note, both in the aromas and on the mouth, on the palate. My memory, like I said, probably around a 91, 92 scoring beer. So as what's in front of me, I'm at an 85. There's just something up with this. It's either this bottle or this batch. I don't know. Maybe they put the fresh beers in the 12-pack mixers and they put all their old shit in the ones that you can buy as a standalone. I don't know. But there you have it. Cheers.
Cheers, Bobby. I don't know if you just saw I didn't want to interrupt you and say it, but I literally just got like Pint soul cleaning.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Like pudgy lemon. All right. Yeah. I already know what I'm gonna give this beer. All right, thanks, Bobby. Awesome, man. What'd you say, 85?
85.
Okay. All right. So
Wow.
not
With a sliding scale of it.
Yeah.
I remember it being better.
better.
Mhm.
All right. Cheers,
Right,
man.
back
I'll
in my
pull
day,
up,
cheers.
Patty out. Enjoy your food, man. Cheers.
Oh man, now I'm getting like the worst sun angle, but hey, it's okay. It'll all change. It'll all change in a few days.
I thought you were just getting visited by like an angel or something.
What? Oh, you should have seen me 2 weeks ago when the sun would actually come through my front door. I was just like
Yeah, right.
blinded by the light.
Blinded by the light.
Yeah, it's Samuel Adams. That's really not a whole lot to say when I say that. It's Samuel Adams. Didn't really go into this expecting much. I had a couple 6-packs of this, probably around the holidays. And it's probably from the same batch. Let's be honest. This damn thing doesn't move. The cold snap does not move very well. And I like white ales, especially Belgian whites, Belgian wits, but this isn't holding well at all. It's just even the aromas just seems muted. You get a little bit of the orange zest, a little bit of the spices, and then you take a drink. And it goes down like water. It's like, really? Really? It's just so thin, so light-bodied. It's just mediocre. I was hoping for something more. Like I said, I like the Belgian wits, and those are always just like, boom, the citrusness, the spice is just so forwarded. And this is the absolute opposite. It is not very good. I hate to do this. I'm gonna have to give it a 78 out of 100. It's just a little bit above average, but it's pretty average. It's like whatever.
Yeah.
Better than Blue Moon.
I think it would score Blue Moon a little bit higher than this, to be honest. Even after drinking Blue Moon before I could legally drink, since the late 90s. They've even kind of thinned out over the years since they've gotten more and more popular. But yeah, I think a Blue Moon would be more palate pleasuring than this. So there you have it. Not a great beer.
Understandable.
Can't wait to hear let's hear your notes.
Oh, I don't think I have good words to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, cheers, man.
Cheers.
I think
Batcat.
I think when I had, I'm pretty sure I had the cold snap. I don't know if I had bumpies,
Yeah.
but I'm pretty sure I wasn't very thrilled by it either.
Yeah.
But cheers, man. All right,
Cheers.
so I don't know if it like was some kind of maybe it oxidized, but on the aroma, dude, now it's like smells like lemon pledge. It's like pine sol. Like I don't know. It just I can't even get past it now. I'm smelling it, and that's all I'm smelling. Let's try to be a little positive. Okay, pros about the beer. Carbonation was okay. The palate had a little bit of tropical flavor. The palate's definitely a lot better than the aroma, especially now. Doesn't look like a New England. Doesn't look like a double New England. It burns. It's not even. I'm not even like joking. It actually has. It burns. It's 8.3, and it's drinking like it's a 8% malt liquor. That's kind of warm. Um, I'll give this beer like a I'm gonna give this beer like a 70. Almost. I honestly wanted to give it like a 68, but I'm gonna be a little generous, I guess. I'm gonna give it a 70. Totally out of its style. Not a terrible representation of a double New England. If I had a friend that said he wanted to try double New England IPA, I would specifically tell him not to buy this one. That's pretty much how I feel about this beer. I think that this is a very bad representation of a double New England. And yeah, 70 out of 100. Not good. Not good. Definitely want it. And they have the other one too. They have the other, I think it's Wicked Hazy. This is the Wicked Double. The other Wicked Hazy is like 6.5 or something. And to be honest, I'm probably never gonna want to try that because I thought that this one would be better than that. But if it has, or maybe it is, maybe I'm wrong. And they did have single cans of the other one, so maybe just for an experiment, I'll grab it. I don't buy too many beers that I don't enjoy. So I guess that would be a good thing to grab it and do a review on it in case somebody else wants to buy it, and I can give them a little bit of an input and say, hey, this is definitely not something to pick up. And that's pretty much why I like doing beer reviews, because it's like you want to know, for the most part, if you say beer's good, beer's good, beer's good, beer's good, people are like, okay, this guy just likes everything. When you're someone who actually finds problems with beers and you're honest in your reviews and you give actual ratings, you help people save money and you help people save time, and you give them the ability to experience other beers rather than picking this up. So it's like someone might go and get a 4-pack of this, and then they're going to be extremely disappointed with that 4-pack. And let's say maybe they only have like a budget of like $15 for beer, and they don't really drink that often. Maybe they just want to spend like 15-20 bucks on a 4-pack, and maybe that one week they're just like, what the heck, I wanted to get some beers. Everybody's pockets aren't extremely deep and don't buy beer constantly. So someone who really, even if you're just some younger kid, 21 or something, and you're just getting into beer, and you're like, oh, that sounds good, double New England, and you bought this, you'd be like, oh, double New Englands, oh, I don't like those are, you know what I mean? Like I said, it's just a very bad representation of the beer. Enough rambling about that. Like I said, so my beer, I gave a 70 out of 100. Chatio gave his a 75, you said? 78?
78, yeah.
Okay, all right. And then Bumpy was 85. All right. So we'll go like this. Just a quick question for you guys. Are you guys impressed with Samuel Adams? No.
Well, overall, I mean, they've
Certain
always been a safe
ones that they do that are
safe
okay.
brewery. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
they started off as, and they continue to be a brewery that is more geared towards like putting out beers that are safer for new people with softer palates, people that may not be full on craft
beer drinkers.
People that may just be like, you know what, I drink Budweiser all the time, but I saw the Sam Adams on the shelf, maybe I'll give them a go, and they might be very thrilled with it because they're used to drinking swill anyways, and like, oh, there's a little bit more flavor to this, there's more malt to it, there's more hoppiness, whatever. But I just compared my Alpine Lager to a Pabst Blue Ribbon, for Christ's sakes. So something went wrong here. But
They did did like a nitro IPA, and I remember that being good. I don't know.
No, they have put out really good beers. They have the potential of doing so. They're a big money company.
Yeah.
They have large distribution, but they really, I think it's because they don't want to offend the folks that are really
like
have weak palates.
What bothers me about this beer is like, did anybody drink this before you guys canned it and sold it? Did anybody like have a sip of this?
Right.
Like, who drank this and was like, "Oh, that's wicked good." That's wicked good. You know, wicked double. That's wicked good. Like, who drank this and was like, "Oh, that's really good. Let's can that." Because there's got to be someone who's tasting these beers, and I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if it's because it was oxidized or it's sitting out and it's warming up a little bit. Then now I'm picking up like that freaking floor cleaner, like lemon pledge aroma. And it's just like it burns on the finish. It's just not good.
Well, they came up with they changed the recipe, their summer ale that they put out every year.
Yeah.
That used to be a pretty damn good summer ale. Then they changed the recipe to it. And the last time I had it, it tasted a lot like floor cleaner.
Yeah.
They put actual like lemon concentrate or something in it instead of lemon zest like they used to, because I don't know. It definitely had a lemon note to it, but it was like lemon pledge.
Ugh.
Yeah.
So
that sucks.
Yeah,
definitely not. I'm not, like you said, they have done some good beers, but it seems like when they really try to like branch off into doing other stuff, I don't know who's doing the recipes. Feel like there's something happened where, like you said, they're changing up recipes and they're not really working out that well. Your logo's backwards.
I did that on purpose because it was all thumbs down for all three of us.
does that say Saddam?
It does. It looks like that. Huh? It says
Saddam Samuel.
It says Adams Sam. You are Samnor.
Honor.
Yeah. Oh.
This
is what I think about Samuel Adams. Bye.
Adolf Sonner. That's Sammy Adams' German cousin.
Well, that's the other thing too. Is Sam Adams, either Sam Adams or Boston Beer Company, whichever, merged with Dogfish Head. So was that something where Dogfish Head was kind of like, hey, maybe we can bring our recipes to you guys and kind of give you better beers to put out? Or was that more of like Dogfish Head was purchased by Boston Beer Company?
I kind of feel like it was more of a purchase.
Yeah.
Seems like it. So this is the website. Nice looking website. I'll give them that. The website looks nice.
The beers look nice for the most part.
Yeah. Nice head on that beer.
The flagship beer right on the front. So here's the Wicked Hazy. Wicked Easy, which is like a light and hazy lager. It says here's their flagship, the Boston Lager, Just the Haze. I think that is non-alcoholic. Yep. The one that I got, Wicked Bad. I'm sorry, I mean Wicked Double. The one Jadio's got, Cold Snap.
Yeah.
Holiday White Ale. I do believe that one was decent.
I've had it. It was all right.
Alpine Lager. That's the one Bumpy's got. Game Day beer. So they do a lot of variety packs, so we'll give them that too. I always like to see companies do variety packs. It's always nice. Great for bringing to like a Christmas party or something like that. Sips of Summer. Those are their summer varieties. Sweater Weather. Their winter variety. Beers for Cheers. Not sure. What is Beers for Cheers? Let me just click on it really quick. Okay. So it's like another.
It's a variety pack. Yeah, I bought that one probably December.
Yeah.
Just to try.
And I think there's 6 different beers in that one, so that's pretty cool. The Summer Ale, the one Bumpy's talking about. Porch Rocker. And I'm glad I saw this one because
Porch Rocker's a shandy. So
okay.
It's like a diet lemonade, basically.
Yeah. Porch Rocker, I'm pretty sure I thought it was decent. It wasn't nothing mind blowing. It was kind of like the Line and Kugel shandy. They do a shandy too, right? Line and Kugel.
Oh yeah.
This one, I will say, I do like the Sam Adams Oktoberfest. It's definitely one of those candy bar beers. It's very caramel forward. It's like caramel candy forward, but it's not bad. The Jacko Pumpkin.
Never had it.
I had, you know what's funny about the Jacko Pumpkin? They keep changing it. They keep changing the name of it. It was Jacko, and then it was some other pumpkin beer. They keep changing it. And I remember when
They
we
had one. I think it was called 10,000 pounds of pumpkin.
pumpkin. Yeah, you know it's funny too because they had one before that, and it was way too much pumpkin. And then they had the one that was called 10,000 pounds of pumpkin, and it wasn't enough pumpkin. And now they have Jacko Pumpkin, but they're just so loaded with spices. They're so cinnamon nutmeg forward. It's just it's overpowering, and it's like a drinking liquid.
Yeah, and there's no like gourd flavor to it at all.
Yeah,
It's just like a basic beer that's just been spiced.
yeah. The winter lager. I
The
think
winter
had
lager. I think they. I don't think they come out and said it, but I believe they changed their recipe a few times with that.
Oh, okay, so it's a Bach, and of course
It's a Bach now. Okay.
cinnamon, ginger, bright orange peel.
It used to be a winter warmer. Now it's a Bach.
Yep. I remember when. Oh yeah, it was Old Fezziwig. Probably that's probably what that was. That used to be phenomenal, and I had it this year. It's just like,
Well, I saw Old Fezziwig. I saw that in this one. So they still have Old Fezziwig. See,
they do. They brought it back, but they changed the recipe.
They changed the recipe in that too.
Because that is what I based my
There is-
winter ale off of was the original.
Yeah, the old Fezziwig used to be like that used to be one of my favorites out of the packs.
This
It
porter
seems
was-
like the larger they gotten over the years,
Wow.
they just kind of tamed down their beers.
Mm-hmm.
This porter wasn't too bad. I remember I had that one. That was okay.
Yeah.
Porter's
Um,
alright, yeah.
The cherry wheat I've seen so many times, and I've been told by so many people that it tastes like cough syrup that I've never wanted to try it.
I almost picked it up, but
Sort of. I was actually looking for.
But I was
it,
like,
and
oh, I've
just-
had the Alpine Lager and I actually like it. And I picked up the Alpine Lager and now I'm like, shit.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, the cherry wheat's okay. There's a little of that cherry costernness to it. And the Utopia, I kind of
these are
talked
all the-
about that.
These are all the beers they're showing.
yes.
Mhm.
You know, Sam Adams used to put out these 4-pack beers.
Sam Adams Utopias is the beer that is on.
That was loud. What did you say?
Yeah.
She interrupted me. What a
You nasty lady.
no, but they had these 4-pack beers that you'd buy, and they were expensive for the day. They were like $14.99 for the 4-pack, but they were big ass beers. They had a barley wine, they had a Baltic porter, I think it was like a double IPA or something. They had these like there was like 4 of them that they had out at one time, and they were so friggin' good. It was like that craft, kind of what you're looking for the crafty types of beers. And if John and Nellie's watching this show, he can kind of attest with when we went to Smutty Nose. It's like a lot of the Smutty Nose beers that they have out there now, they're just so weak. They're just like out there for like, oh, here you go to the masses, but it's like the real people that are like looking for those real crafty beers. It's like, this is like water. But we did have, something that they had, the barley wine that they had aged. It was available for purchase. It was from 2000 and I think it was from like 2013, something like that. And John purchased those, but we got a couple bottles of them, and they were just fantastic. And that's the way Smutty Nose used to be. It was like they put out the craft beers, and it was like, wow, these are great. But now, they got bought out, purchased, or they sold anyways. And what they put out is basically just kind of what on the paper sells the most.
Every
Of course,
beer
what sells the most is what's out there in stores for the cheapest price.
Yeah.
That's what's going to sell the most. It doesn't mean that
You know what really
people are
makes me
really
laugh?
enjoying them.
Exactly. And what's funny? It makes me laugh. If this beer is so good, right, and they're charging $250 for it, where are the awards? Where are the awards?
Everything.
Right?
Like, where are the awards? Where did this win anything? If you're charging this much amount of money, I understand it's 28%, and it's like, ooh, 28% beer. It's like I gotta try it, 28%. But like, if it's so good, why is there no medals? There's no awards and stuff like that. And even on the availability, they're like, Try specialty beer, wine, and liquor stores. It's tough to find. Good luck. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It just sounds very like kind of cocky.
Yep, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Like, if it's so good, where are your awards? Where are all your medals? And what? And if this beer is $250, it's like, don't get me wrong. If I went to a bar and I could get a pour, or I could get like a glass, maybe like a 4-ounce pour or something for like 20 or 15
$20, yeah.
or something like that, I'd be like, screw it. I'll try it just to say I had it.
Right.
But there's no way I'm gonna go and buy a bottle of this for $250.
No.
That was the thing. Was I was hoping when we had everybody up here throughout our community, Do and all. When we were in Boston, I was hoping that we'd be able to swing by, one of the Boston breweries, and just all of us pitch in and purchase a Utopias and just split it together.
Yeah.
So if you have like 6 or 7 people all thrown in whatever,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be too bad.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Just to try it,
Because I wouldn't want to buy one of those and drink it myself. Hell no.
Mm-mm.
Josh said he had a 21% beer, $30. See,
Yep.
to try it, I would do that to try it, but $250, that's like expensive.
Right, but you get the collector's item though. You get that beautiful.
Yeah,
it's a bottle. That's all it is too. Is a 12-ounce bottle, I believe, right?
Oh no, it's
probably
25
okay.
Oh, it's
you know what's cool
ounces?
too? If somebody breaks into your house, you could use that as a weapon. I'm sure that'll you could club someone with that thing.
But it has the little sliding door where you open it up, and it has the picture of Sam Adams.
In this girl's voice every time I scroll past. Where is it? Oh, I think it was on the front, the other picture. Right there. There you go. There's a little picture. I will say it's a nice looking bottle. It's definitely nice looking. So those are their beers. I remember there's some stuff. There's definitely some stuff on there that they don't list. Yeah. Like they did nitros. They did a nitro IPA and maybe like a nitro stout or something, and those were completely gone. They actually weren't that bad. But of course everything comes down to numbers, so maybe they just didn't really sell that well.
Yeah.
Cheers, JB.
Beatles. Thanks, JV. That was actually the a stream that was earlier, but thanks for chiming in.
So they have a beer finder. I'm not going to click on that because last time I accidentally leaked my address and I had to go back and edit it and cut it out. We won't go to that.
No.
But we'll look at their tap rooms. Okay, so they have a Boston tap room. That's the address. Let's see if more info. Let's just do a quick scroll. Yes, in 21. So you can get some flights. It looks like. What is this? What is that? That's something different. The future Fem Ale.
We only see the female. I think you opened up a new window or something.
They changed the color, and I literally said the future is Fem Ale, like it's not female. Oh my god, that's stupid. All right, we'll go back. You guys aren't even on that one, are you?
No, we can't see you. We're just in the Boston tap room thing.
Yeah, that's where we're at.
All right, so that brings you to a different link, so I'm not going to do that. But they have Boston Brewery tap room, Cincinnati tap room. Let's go back up. So they have tours, so that's cool. This is another one. See the Jamaica Way IPA. That's something new. I have not seen that yet. Click on that.
There's a portion of Boston that's called Jamaica Way.
Okay. Sometimes the journey makes.
It's definitely a Rastafarian neighborhood.
There's this beer garden.
Nice.
Click on beer garden. It doesn't bring me to anything.
But they're probably working on it.
Oh,
that's my guess.
Yeah.
All right.
Brewing the American Dream. Oh, this is another freaking like. God,
it's just
not really.
Yeah.
I don't want to sit here and read a bunch of stuff because everybody's going to be like, okay.
Yeah.
Well, Brewing the American Dream, what I believe, because Sam Adams does stuff like that where if you're like a home brewer
I'm
and
sure
stuff like that, you can put in for grants and everything, and you can actually get money to open up your own brewery. They'll put money towards you open up your own brewery, so they do cool things like that. They also had some home brewers thing. I'm not sure if you remember any of the packs that they put out before, but they would put out like whoever won these contests for their home brews, the final 3 would be put out into stores. They would actually brew each one of their beers and package them and put them out, and people would be able to drink them and vote on them. And then the winner, would get like their beer brewed or whatever.
That's cool. I remember a couple of vape companies that did that. You ever heard of Beard Vape Co? They did that. They had like 100 different flavors, and they did this thing where they pretty much they had like a bunch of people come and try them, and whatever got the most votes, they made into actual flavors. So that's pretty much the same concept. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So here's some of their merch. That's a Lederhosen can cooler. Tic Tacker, tin tacker. I don't know what that is.
It's just a tin
Tin sign.
thing you put on your wall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've
Kind of
got
like my "you need a beer" sign. If you
It's like
saw
I
it.
got my Mojo IPA sign. That's what they are.
Oh, okay. So you got that's a pretty
It's
cool
not
sweatshirt. I will
bad.
say that sweatshirt's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
A towel.
Okay.
I wonder, hey, Bumpy, how much do you want to bet they have a blanket that costs $100?
$75.
Yeah.
They sell it. They sell it at a cheaper price.
Yeah, right.
Funny.
We were looking at a bunch of breweries because we've been doing this. This is like the 9th episode.
Oh, nice.
I kid you not, there was like 4 or 5 breweries that sold blankets, and they were $100.
It sounds like Dry Dock. Dry Dock does that crap.
So some beanies, summer
Don't-
vest, inflatable summer vest.
The Sam Adams blanket though. The Sam Adams blanket's covered in smallpox.
After drinking this beer, I can only assume that yes.
This is pretty cool. After you pass out drunk in the pool, you'll be saved because you're wearing an inflatable summer vest.
There you go.
So
Jeez.
hat, ornament opener, that's cool. Fob, socks, more clothes,
Beer soap.
beer soap.
I have Bush Light beer soap behind me. Oh, what's that for Fezziwig? A sticker. I like that.
It's
I really
$1.
like that.
It's only $1.
It's only $1 plus $8 shipping.
You're right. $9 beer.
Yeah.
I like these can glasses though. Those are cool.
Yeah, I'm digging those.
I'm
more
gonna be
and
so
more.
disappointed if they don't have a blanket.
Why?
Oh,
Yes.
Oktoberfest Stein. You get a little Stein, $8.
Okay,
Koozie.
cool.
Yeah, koozie.
Yep.
That's how you know they're not serious as a brewer. They're giving you a fucking koozie.
Yeah.
yeah.
What are you talking about, Bumpy? I got one right here.
Yeah, they should put Budweiser on it.
Look, they got an inflatable summer pool bar. That's pretty cool. You put that on the water, and you can just stick your cans in it. Stuff. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Not for 60, but yeah. Is that
Yeah,
is that,
$60.
is that a blanket? Is that?
Which
Oh,
one?
it's a towel
no.
next to it.
Oh, the towel. Where's the towel?
Well, below, it's something. It may be a flag.
This is a picture. Perfect.
Okay.
Oh no, pin. Oh, it's a pin. Sorry.
Okay. Ooh.
The perfect pin.
Um.
Yeah,
You
come
have
on.
clothes coming.
Open. It broke. You broke the website.
Mr. Dreyfus.
There you go.
It broke. Wait, what's going on, dude? 105 results. Okay, so let
Okay.
me go to
That's page 1. I think, page 2.
Yeah, and then page 2 opened, and then you closed it.
Yeah. It just
Yeah,
won't
but do you
fully
guys
open.
see anything?
No, it's just.
Oh, I didn't see
there
a
it goes.
blanket.
There you go. All right, so cutting board. All right, beer and cheese. You do your little cheese on that. $44 though. That's
Yeah, I'll go to Walmart and get one for $12.
Exactly.
Oh, here are the perfect pint glasses.
Yeah.
Not bad. 16-ounce perfect pint. Oh, I wonder which one I have. Probably the 16. Oh, they got a little tap room goblet. Some more stickers, shirts.
Ooh, keys for driving.
Oh, I have that.
It's a keychain. I have one of those too. That
Yeah.
SOB broke off the key ring, and it's probably in the
You have a
drawer.
wallet, a Sam Adams wallet.
Oh yeah, card
I
holder.
don't know. I think my money's more valuable than that.
Oh, you get some joggers, Sam Adams joggers.
Where's the blanket?
No blanket. Oh man. Dang.
All right, that's a couple points off for no blanket.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, that's enough looking at the website.
That's funny.
All right. So yeah, I guess whoever wants to chime in first, maybe you guys have a little bit of more input, something you want to say about them. Throw a rating out there.
Yeah.
Throw a rating out there.
I'll give that website an 85, a B, solid B. It's very nice, but
The whole brewery as a whole, the
Yeah.
whole company.
as a whole company,
Yeah, like a whole company.
17. I mean, what? No, I'm just kidding. As a whole company, I'll keep that 85. They're solid B as a brewery.
I give them a false advertisement because they originated in Cincinnati, Ohio, and call themselves Samuel
Boston.
Adams.
See, I
Bought.
didn't
And they
know
come out with
that.
the Boston Lager, and everything that they promote is all about Boston, but they didn't originate there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Samuel, not Sam. What's his name? Jim Cook. Yeah, he was from Cincinnati.
He was Jim Cook's crook.
Yeah, he's a businessman. He did some home brewing or something. He found his grandfather's recipe
Yep.
that's how the Boston Lager came about.
That's fine.
But yeah, he's basically just a business entrepreneur. So I think that's why it's mostly most of this is all about just making money versus, hey, let's make the best beer possible.
Right.
Appease the masses, bring in the cash flow. Life is great. Not saying that they don't put out some beers that are definitely quaffable. You can
Yeah.
drink. But as far as like being a big craft brewery,
Mhm.
their beers are kind of subpar compared to a lot of the craft breweries out there.
Oh yeah. That's why I put them where I did.
Yeah,
Sorry about that.
I mean they're priced they're priced reasonable, I guess.
They went up though. They definitely went up.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit, but I mean, look at Budweiser's even gone up in price. So
Mm-hmm.
They this was
course.
$12 for a 4-pack. So if I were to get a 4-pack, it would have been $12.
Yeah.
This can was $3. I will say I'll give them a point or two for the stovepipe cans.
Yeah.
I like to see those. I wish everybody
I
did.
got one of those from the Juicy Force I picked up today. It's in my fridge.
Oh, the New Belgium one.
Yeah. I was like $3. I'll give it a try in a stovetop. Hell, screw it. Let's just give it a whirl. I haven't heard great things about it, but I'm like, all right, whatever.
they are still craft, Jeremy. They even have the independent craft sticker right there.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. So
but like I was saying earlier, they actually did change the stipulations for being considered a craft brewery mostly because of Sam Adams, because they got so large that based off the old, like to be considered like craft, you couldn't produce more than whatever number of barrels a year.
Yeah.
And they've like surpassed that like a couple times. They've changed the stature of being a craft brewery just for Sam Adams, like twice, because they just keep growing and growing. So they're almost like Budweiser at this point, because Budweiser even owns a bunch of craft breweries.
Oh, several.
So purchasing them out. So
Yep.
yeah.
They
They brew beers for the masses. They did put out in years past a lot more kind of crafty beers that I thought were fantastic, but they kind of put stuff out and then they get away from it real quick. They had some pretty decent, and Sam, the owner there, and now this is all based off of what I've watched on videos on the internet and stuff like that. So I don't know the guy personally, but as far as I know, Jim Cook doesn't like IPAs. He's kind of against that style of beer. So he didn't ever want Sam Adams really to make IPAs. He wanted to stick towards the lagers, the porters, stuff like that. But he recognized that IPAs were so popular, and being a business person, oh well, let's start making some IPAs, I guess, because we need to be able to sell to this general population over here that might like some IPAs. So they did put out some kind of nice IPAs in my the way that I feel. I thought that the Rebel was a nice one.
Yeah, I completely forgot about those. Yeah, those were decent.
You don't see them anymore, do you?
No.
Yeah, and that's what I've noticed with like a lot of these kind of companies that kind of get big. They get too big for their britches, and they end up freaking like getting rid of the stuff that they put out that was like actually decent.
Quality. Yeah.
It's like this is because people probably weren't buying it because it was like, oh, I can't stomach an IPA. I can only drink a Boston lager.
Yeah.
They like the old people that
They're definitely they're very popular in the sense that like a lot of people, like I said, they have the variety packs. They're like, you see them in Christmas parties and stuff like that. People do buy their beers.
Yeah.
I will say that I think they're decent for like gateway craft beer, but they're not necessarily like craft in my opinion.
Yeah.
But sometimes their representation of styles, I guess you could say there's two ways to look at it. You could say it as they're more of like they're kind of opening to like, this is what they kind of taste like. So if you like this, try something that's actually in this style. And then it's kind of like, oh, here's some really bad representations of styles, and let's make people not want to drink them. Like this one that I have now.
Yeah,
like,
I think they had a Hefeweizen and stuff out at one point too, where it's like they're so light. They're like watered down because it's all about money for them.
Yeah.
So it's how do you save money as a brewer? I mean, besides like not making advertisements and stuff that's going to cost you money, but you cut back on resources, right?
Yeah.
So let's use less malt, let's use less hops. You kind of get this kind of watered down version of something, and then you sell it for the same price that you would have sold it if you used all those malt and hops. So you make more of a profit.
Yeah. Even New Belgium's gone down that rabbit hole. They've just kind of, in my book, it's like, all right, New Belgium, you just have fallen off since 10 years ago when you were still independent and employee owned. Now they're InBev or whomever owns them. It's like,
It's nice when you see people like Sierra Nevada. They're still doing that thing. They're still putting out wicked good stuff. Lagunitas. Sierra Nevada, Lagunitas, like those are like totally good representations of companies that have been around for a while. They're kind of like the ones that everybody sees, and they're good examples of craft beer. Even though they're priced right around the same as these guys. You can get a Sierra Nevada Pale Ale for $10 for a 6-pack.
Yep.
And
it's going to be good.
Yeah, really good. The Torpedo's very good. Almost everything else that they do is extremely good. They had that all day. Was it? No, not all day IPA. I'm sorry, I'm getting confused with Founders.
All day. I think all day IPA was Founders.
Yeah, Founders. They're another one though too. Founders is another great example of a craft brewery that's been around for a while, very popular.
No,
they're a good example of what craft beer should be like. What the hell is it called? Summer Break. Easy IPA, Sierra Nevada.
Yeah, I've had that. Yeah,
it's like 4.4. It's a very low ABV, but it's still really good. Pumpy, did you give you a rating? I stepped out for a couple minutes. Did you say your rating? What you want to rate the brewery?
Oh, for the brewery itself?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, I've been to the brewery in Boston. I went on the tour, with the wife. It was a nice little tour. But you go to one brewery tour, or you're just a home brewer yourself. You kind of know the process, and it's fun just to see their stuff, and you can ask them questions. It's always fun to ask people questions, especially if you know information, and you confuse the shit out of them. Like you're like, well,
Yeah.
What are the different strains of yeast that you use in your brewing process? Do you? I know you probably have a house strain. What's that in there? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
go talk to
Yeah.
about that. But you know, nice tour type stuff. I mean, you get a few of the free drinks. You know, it's not you're not charged anything. They do accept donations, and their donations go to help out somebody else. So it's not like they're pocketing the money. It's to help out like the homeless or something within the region that they have their brewery on. I mean, so they do nice things, and that's pretty cool. And the tour ends in their tap room, so you can sit down.
New Belgium.
You get a few drinks, like pours as you're on the tour and stuff too. So you're basically getting free beer, but you end in the tap room where you can purchase Utopias. They did have that for sale there, and a bunch of other merch. And then also after that, you can go out and they have a tour bus. So you get on the bus, and it just brings you to one of in Boston, anyways. I'm not sure about the Cincinnati one or whatnot, but in Boston, it brings you to. I can't remember the name of the restaurant, but it's one of the oldest restaurant like bars in Boston, and it's actually been featured in numerous gangster movies. Like Goodfellas and stuff like that. So they bring you right there, and then they tell you right on the bus, go ahead and start stealing pints. You know, if you order a Sam Adams beer, they bring it out to you in one of the perfect pints. And wife and I got 3 of these actually from that
Heck
bar.
yeah.
Because she had a deep purse. But yeah, they kind of told us that we could steal them, so we did. Whether or not the bar itself knows that, I don't know, but
There's probably understanding of we bring you shipments of new glasses every day.
Yeah,
obviously.
but it was great. It was good fun. Second best pizza I've ever had actually was at that bar in Boston. I wish I could remember the name of it, but I think it starts with a D. That's you guys go search for oldest brewery in Boston or oldest bar in Boston. It starts with a D. That's had many gangster films. You can probably find it in Google, I'm sure.
Is it the Flakegate bar? Probably not, but
no. But yeah, fantastic place. So the tour is fun. They are nice. They do put out, like I said, no, not Drecker, Josh, you son.
that's Fargo, North Dakota there, bud.
Google says the Bell and Hand Tavern.
That doesn't sound right.
Okay. That's what
it's probably the second oldest.
Oh, okay. Second oldest.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not the oldest, but it's
I don't think it's Dicka's donuts either.
It starts. I'm pretty sure it starts with a D, but yeah.
What about Green Dragon Tavern?
That's pretty close.
Green Dragon Tavern.
Green.
I think that was one of the ones that was mentioned. I still don't think that's the one though. But
probably not.
We have a Green Dragon by me, but it's a pot dispensary, so I don't think it's the same place.
I think it's some Irish name or something that starts with a D.
Danny Boys.
Yeah, Danny Boys. But anyways, there's so many great things that they do, you know, to aim towards community involvement, helping out, you know, home brewers that are up and coming. So it's tough when you start, like, you know, because somebody could suck. You know, you can have some. Okay, let's say that you got this girl out there and she's completely ugly, but she's so super nice. You know, it's like, you don't want to date her, but you know, it's like you don't want to also poke fun at her for being so ugly because she's so nice. She just helps people out so much. So that's kind of what Sam Adams is to me. It's like they're so ugly, But there's
It's the homely sister of craft breweries. Which
Great
is so homely, but we feel bad
so
for
I
her.
mean,
and we
I mean,
wanna
overall
support.
for a brewery, they've done the things in the past. They've done they've shown that they can be, craft. They can put out some really good crafty beers,
yeah.
but they neglect to do that because it is about money, profit, stuff like that. Too. I'm just gonna land them. I'll give them a 93
Nice.
out of
Wow.
100.
Okay.
Because they do put out beer to the masses too. They put out a lot of different beers.
That is true.
Under that as well.
Availability is also definitely something to take into consideration. In price.
And price
Availability.
isn't too bad.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Stop.
I think I'm gonna land them at I think I'll say 80. With that being said,
We split it.
yeah, so pretty much, you don't have to do any math there. Average for St. John's Brewery, we're gonna give them 85. So I said 80.
I dropped them.
Eddie said 85. Bumpy, no, Bumpy said 93. I'm sorry.
So that would put them up to about an 86.5.
Okay, yeah, let me just do it.
Let's just math it out. 86.5.
He said 90 at first, and then he said 93. So hold
Yeah.
on, sorry. 85 plus 80 plus 93 divided by 3, 86.
Yep. I'll put it
86,
right there.
86 out of 100. I think that's
Solid B.
fair.
Or solid B.
We're giving it a 86 out of 100. It's sad because, like you said, there's some good stuff that they do, but it's just they don't keep it, and I think it's all about this. It's all about numbers. It's sad to say, but a lot of breweries, a lot of companies are just like that. Doesn't matter if people like it. Doesn't matter if it's good. It's all about itself.
Hey, next time can we do a brewery I don't have as much of an opinion on?
Sure.
I think I talk too much in this.
No, you're fine, man. No worries, Wolfie.
We'll see what we can do.
To actually Miscellaneous actually said earlier.
Samuel
He
Smith.
said, Sam Smith would have been here. So I think we should do Samuel Smith next week. So that's another one of those beers that I'm sure a lot of us can get. I know I've had the oatmeal stout by them.
Oh, well, yeah, that's the best one. Or the chocolate.
The organic chocolate. They have the strawberry one. They have the nut brown. They have the tatty porter. You have the English IPA that they put out. I can't remember what that's called, but
yeah, they're good. And you can get a
winter warmer, but that's not going to be coming out anytime soon.
No, I won't find that. But yeah, you can get the 16-ounce bottle or whatever for what, $5. So it's basically like $5 for a pint. That's about where breweries are, a little bit less. So yeah, I'll try to pick one up. I don't know my work schedule, so
yeah, no worries, man. Yeah,
hopefully I can make it. I'm gunning. I'm gonna ask for 7:30 until 4:30. So if that comes to fruition, I will show up to the show about a half hour later today. Maybe 40 minutes late due to just kind of shutting down and going.
Yeah, we'll be talking. I'm sure.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure we'll still be going. I'll wait for Bumpy to come back. But yeah, final thoughts about Samuel Adams. Yeah, why did they get rid of those Rebels? Those Rebels were good.
Yeah, I remember the Rebels. I like them. I'm personally like the owner of cook of Samuel Adams. I'm not a huge IPA fan, but there are some that I like, and the Rebel I love. That's like that is really good.
The beer series that I miss the most from them, besides the Rebel Rouser, was the 48 Longitude. Or 48 latitude. Yeah, because it was flat. Because longitude is this, latitude is this, correct? The 48 latitude IPA, which had hops from all around the world on the 48th latitude. So it was like
North
Michigan hops and Oregon hops and hops in like northern Germany. And that was a good IPA. And then they actually did a breakdown where they made a whole 12-pack that had single hops from each of those regions that went into that beer. There you go. Latitude 48. Yep.
I've never seen that. I've never
that reminds me of, I don't know if they still do it, but I found it in Alaska easily. It was the
Picture.
pilot series. It was called the pilot series from Alaskan Brewing Company. They would put them out in bomber bottles. I found one here in Colorado just once and never again. They got rid of it. And it was like, pilot beers. Just this is just a small batch. We're having fun. We'll bottle it up and see what you all think. And the couple I've had from the Alaskan pilot series were freaking phenomenal. And that just reminds me of probably what the 48 Latitude was, which is kind of pilot beers with the hops and of this, latitude. Oh yeah.
Who are you fooling, Josh? Come on now. he's trying his first IPA tonight.
Oh, you're full of it. You know it.
So
exactly.
As a community, we're gonna give Sam Adams a 86 out of 100. I gave my beer a 70. I think I don't want to keep thinking about it because I kind of want to move it down a little bit, but I'll leave it at the 70. Considering the availability, the price for the can and stuff, I guess I'll stay at that 70. Chatio gave his a 85. Bumpy's was 80. 80 for your
I
beer?
gave my beer an 85. Chad gave his something else.
I gave mine an 85. You're a 93.
90.
No, 93. 93. No. All the beer itself.
Oh no, I gave mine an 86.
So my beer.
No, I gave mine an 85.
Yeah, the beer itself was a 78 for me. The brewery as a whole was 85. Sorry, I was confused.
Yeah.
No, yeah. When you're thinking about two ratings, I know I do the same thing.
So I'm the most accurate with mine because our average came out to almost what my score was on the beer. So I'm correct. You're welcome.
Yeah. Well.
All right. So yeah, I'm gonna thank the chat. Thank you, chat. So chatting up, JV's hangout. Well, if it makes you happy, you can't get that. JV's hangout. Thank you for stopping by, chatting up, hanging out with us, man. Josh, as always, last beer. Go check him out. Check out JV as well. Check out these guys. They all have YouTube channels. Middle Frew's in here. Good to see you, Paul. Thanks for stopping by, hanging out, chatting up. Chatio's in the chat. Chatio's chatting in the chat. Who else is in here? Alex stopped by for a little bit. Alex Beermaster, check him out.
He did. Yes.
But we still have to answer that question that Alex asked.
What is it?
Go back to Alex's. What is a legendary bumpy Tanner and Chatio? We don't know.
I thought he meant.
I misread it myself. I thought he said hello to us. That's perfect. So
it's a bumpy tan Chad, the legendary bumpy tan Chad.
That is something not even YouTube could handle. Just saying.
A BTC.
It just
so
would break the internet.
So yeah, go ahead and shout yourselves out. Yeah, whoever wants to start, Bumpy or Chatio, shout out your channel.
I'll start because I schedule stuff out. You guys know I schedule stuff out and forget what's coming out on what days. Who here has heard of Route 51 Brewery? Yeah, I didn't think so because they're from BFE, Southern Illinois. And I was at a random liquor store in Mount Vernon, Illinois, which is Southern Illinois, and I picked up a 4-pack. It was called Strawberry Dream Savor. It tasted like a strawberry, lifesaver. It was just delicious. That beer review comes out on Sunday. I was blown away because I thought, okay, this is just small, BFE brewery out of Southern Illinois. It can't be good. That was a phenomenal beer. That beer review comes out Saturday. I'm poolside at my dad's house for that review in Florida. So that's my shout out right there. Another shout out is to, Philly Crooker, 97 or whatever the number next to it is. I'm on Instagram. Check me out. I post a lot of beer stuff. Oh, wait, that's Last Beer. Check him out if you haven't. Last Beer is an awesome dude. Very, very, very good friend and great supporter of all of us.
For sure.
Shout out to you, Lucy, sitting there staring into my eyes on my lap.
So, Bumpy, you want to shout yourself out?
All right. Well, hopefully it's not too noisy.
Shout yourself out. You can shout out other people too.
Yeah, shout outs. We got well, I always start off with one thing, so I'll start off with the other thing. On Mondays, I have a live stream. It's called New Brew. Just bring a beer that you've never had before to join up on panel. Panel members and folks in the chat, please, if you have questions, bring them in the chat. Just throw out your questions if you have, and if it's something that's appropriate enough, I may end up asking the panel your question. So think of questions, bring them, because I can't always think of a question asked with the panel. I try to ask 1 to 2 questions of the panel for each episode. It just kind of breaks it up for what the show is, because it's kind of like I do this thing called free for all, and it's my interpretation of that is we do off air stuff a lot, and basically everybody just kind of talks at any point. A lot of times you talk over each other. So during a free for all, that's kind of what my basis of it was just talk free will, ask questions of other people, try not to interrupt them if they're mid sentence. I mean, I don't want something that's just getting talked over all the time, but feel free to jump in if there's a space to jump in, talk about random stuff, whatever. And then I do have a certain question or so that everybody will just kind of run down. I'll run down the panel and just answer the question that's asked to the best of your ability. Other than that, I have my 50-point inspection videos. Those come out on Wednesdays and Fridays. Those are my beer reviews. I just do a 50-point rating system versus the other various rating systems out there. And it's broken down a bit differently, I think, than most people do with their ratings, because it is sectioned off as to appearance, aromas, flavors, and other stuff. So I did go to a brand new brewery. They just opened today, actually.
Wow.
And I did come home. I was super excited. I had 3 beers from them that were fantastic. So Feathered Friend, anyways. They're out of Concord, New Hampshire. They just opened their doors to the public today.
Yes.
And I was able to get in there before they opened, because I walked in and said, "You guys opened?"
Yeah.
Not until 4.
You got a glass?
But come on, you can come on, sit down if you want.
Heck yeah.
Sure. So
Awesome.
yeah, the beers are so good. I actually picked up a whole case.
There you go.
So I have a review or a 50-point inspection, anyways, coming out on one of their beers next week. It'll be up next week, so be on the lookout to hear about Feathered Friends, brand new brewery right here in New Hampshire. So
I love it. I love
Cheers.
hearing about new breweries.
And,
man.
yeah. Tanner at least saw the outside of the building there yesterday. So
Yeah.
they have a sign up now.
Honestly,
It's a hanging sign, but still.
That's some
Hey.
good shit right there, bro.
Some signage. Hell yeah. Oh, hello.
Oh, we were driving because we drove past. I'm like,
I
I have no clue what this place is. My wife
It
said
came
around.
today already.
that thing's nice. I like that.
Is that for your is that for your bourbon or for beer?
Yeah.
For whiskey.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I really wish I could have went with you, Pumpy.
Hmm.
A little upset that I wasn't able to go with you, but between the night before, between the night
Now you
before,
get stoned.
drank a decent amount of beers, and then
Damn sure wasn't gonna get high on bronze.
yeah, that's not a fair discussion.
Oh, I'll do one more shout out because I
shout
took this out of the fridge for a reason. Hello, Sadie. On Friday,
Hi, Papa.
Alex the Bear Master channel. He does Food Fridays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is the start of his show. And what he's doing for this Food Friday is Kit Kats.
I got
yeah.
one.
So I got the big cat.
I think so.
But it's gonna be Kit Kats and stouts. So bring a stout. Don't bring an IPA, a Pilsner, whatever. Find yourself a stout. Any of those types of stuff, barrel aged, Irish, doesn't matter. but pair it up with a nice Kit Kat of your choosing. There are different Kit Kats out there. I know there's the white chocolate ones, the regular Kit Kats. This one's a big cat, so it does have more of that crunchy in the middle. But I'm not a big candy bar eater, so this little dinky one will do me. Cheers.
Cheers, Bumpy.
Cheers.
So yeah, we actually had a yeah, we had a pretty long show tonight.
Yeah, we did.
He didn't realize we were live, so I just dropped him into the background for now. So shout outs for me. I'm actually thinking about switching it up, like not switching up, but I'm thinking about like kind of alternating with live streams. I would like to do a live stream called Will It Mix, and it'll pretty much be a just like a mix in live stream. Bring any kind of it could be soda, could be like seltzer, juice, anything you want to bring, and then any type of alcoholic beverage, and see if it mixes well. So you could do something, you can go wild card, you could do something crazy. I'm not exactly sure when I'll be doing it, but that's one of the shows that I was thinking of. I think that would be pretty cool. It'll be a little bit less structured. It'll be kind of like what Bumpy does with the free for all. We're not going to sit here and tell you to review it and go around. We're just kind of everybody present what they have, mix it up, and then everybody can start talking about this stuff. Maybe ask some questions like, have you had that with this before, or have you had that soda with this whiskey before? Stuff like that. So yeah, besides that, next week, Thursday, 6 p.m., we'll be doing Samuel Smith in honor of Miscellaneous. He's in the basement right now. But yeah, we'll be doing Samuel Smith. So that'll be fun. Might as well pull him up here. It's fine. He can shout himself out too when I'm done.
Yeah, come hang out, buddy.
I honestly didn't realize you guys were still live.
You're all good. That was great.
Well, you got a show coming up, so you do have to shout your channel out.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, so Saturday, 8 p.m. we'll be doing Rate That Beer. Pretty much, just bring a beer. It doesn't have to be a new one. Just bring any beer you want. We'll rate it. We'll ask each other a couple questions. Just do a nice little review. Shout outs for other people. I'll shout out Beer Man. Tuesday, Beer Man does his beer and cheese. I actually don't remember what beer and cheese was because it was a little hectic.
Wide open this time. Yep.
Okay. All right.
Got a great cheese. I can't.
And he does on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. I Like Your Style. And what was that one as well?
You showed the cow with the hair blown.
Okay. So yeah, think milk stout, think lactose, anything that has to do with a cow. That one's actually pretty good because that one's pretty.
Open interpretation.
Yeah, you could do like a sour IPA with lactose, stuff like that. We got some comments that I'm not even looking at. Way to go, Misk.
That's what he does. I love it.
Beer Man did that already. Ban him.
No, I like the whole mix. I actually was thinking of doing something similar, but yeah, take it, man. Go for it.
Oh, Beer Man did the mixing thing? Is that what he's talking about?
He did do the cuvee, but that was beer.
Yeah,
Oh,
true.
okay.
Yep.
All right. But yeah, and anybody else? I guess I'll shout out Thomas Mel 75 Wildcard Wednesday on Wednesday 7:30 p.m. Check him out as well. And I'll let Miscellaneous shout himself out, and then after that we'll sign off for tonight. So.
All right. I guess shout outs for me here in about 20 minutes is going to be the Thursday night beer session. I got four new products lined up, ready to roll. Something I think I got one exotic here and there that I can't get typically. But yeah, 4 product lineup. It's going to be interesting.
Nice.
What else? And you can check out Leprechaun TV right after my show at 9 o'clock Eastern for the hot seat. Interviews, barbecue banter, things like that. Pretty chill, laid back show. He's a good dude. So I know he's starting to get back in the swing of things. Things are looking good on the home front. So yeah, go check him out right after you get done watching me. Or if you don't want to, that's fine too. Catch you somewhere else.
Oh yeah, right.
And that's pretty much it.
I'll be watching.
Yeah. I'll have you up.
I love Miscellaneous's beer session. A lot more than his power hour.
I've refused to do a power hour because you always do this like on Thursdays. I'm like, there's no way in hell now that I'm working. It's like,
It's only 5-6 beers. Tanner liked it from what he can
yeah,
recall.
but man, Friday morning meetings, I gotta be
A little rough.
ready to
Yeah,
roll.
I made it.
Yeah. But yeah, stay tuned. I might be opening up the panel to do something a little different. So keep your eyes and ears open.
Heck yeah.
Cool.
Try and keep it fresh.
Awesome, man.
Oh, yeah.
So definitely like to thank the panel, Chatio, as always. Thanks for stopping by,
bud.
hanging out
Of
with us, man.
course.
Bumpy Road Brewery, of course. You know, it's always a pleasure having you here. Miscellaneous Brew Reviews, even though you weren't actually on the show, definitely thanks for stopping by, hanging out.
My bad. Dude. I was like, they gotta be done by now.
I know, yeah, this was a long one tonight. And shout out to the chat. I pretty much read everybody off. People still here, still commenting, Middle Fruit and Josh. Yeah. I guess this isn't one of his homebrews then. I'm not sure what that means. But yeah, so yeah, we're gonna sign off tonight because this has been a long one. Rating for the brewery was 86 out of 100. So just last reminder. And yeah, definitely appreciate you guys coming and hanging out. I don't know if you guys noticed, there's no duck in the corner anymore. So moving up.
Quack, brother, get the hell out of here.
There's no more ducks. So yeah. Cheers, everybody. And if there's anything that you'd like to see on my channel, definitely leave a comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe and like to all these guys around here and everybody else that we shouted out.
So creamy.
And until next time, cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, yeah. This is East Coast LQ Reviews signing out. Alex is going to come for me.